What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron. It is time for New Music Friday. We're going to be taking a look at some of the new music coming out throughout the week of November 1st. And yes, I do realize that it is now Saturday, but we still had a lot of new music this week, so I still feel like it's worth talking about, just in case if anybody missed it, or if I missed something that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And as always, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps out a lot with YouTube's algorithm. And also, if you want to support my channel further than that, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Doing any of those things helps out tremendously, and I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. But anyways, let's talk about some new music. We get a new album from Kane Hill titled A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find. This is a band that I've always kind of struggled to get into, despite seeing them get a lot of praise so much. I'm not really sure if that's going to change with this new album. The singles kind of felt like generic metalcore in terms of the production and like the verses and the cleans and all in the chorus. And I'll still give it a try. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on it, but I've tried so many times to get into this band. Some songs hit, some songs just sound like something that you would hear on like octane core, metalcore kind of radio station. So it doesn't really stand out to me all that much, but I'm hoping that some of the deep cuts on here might be pretty good. We also get a new album from Lifesick titled Loved by None, Hated by All. This is the third album from the Danish death metal, or I guess they like to be considered metallic hardcore, as some people would probably label them, which I think is more just metalcore at that point. Their last album was all right. I did like that they leaned a little bit more into their death metal side instead of like their hardcore, but I feel like this band really shines when they commit more to a hardcore kind of sound, which seems to be what they're doing on this new record. So because of that, I'm very much looking forward to it. I feel like it's going to be a banger, probably one of their best albums that they're going to release. We also get a new album from Vola titled Friend of a Phantom. Again, some of their stuff is a little generic. The stuff I said about Kane Hill could also be applied to Vola as well. But they do have like this tiny hint of originality to their sound that I absolutely love. It's kind of like a mixture of like North Lane and Enter Shikari. I don't know. It just kind of does it for me, even though it has a very just standard sound to it, something that a lot of other bands sound like. It just sticks out to me. I don't really hear that though on the singles that they've been releasing. So I'm hoping that again, we'll find some gems on the deep cuts in this album. We also get another album from Skillet titled Revolution. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this band. I'm just kind of shocked that they're bigger now than they've ever been. They use a lot of mainstream kind of stuff though, at least from what I've heard lately. The hook in one of their singles they released for this album titled Popular Monster is borrowed from the Tom Petty song Mary Jane's Last Dance, where oh my god, I don't remember how it goes, but I mean it's taken right from there. So they take a lot of popular stuff from other bands, it seems like, and kind of incorporates them in another way, which seems to really work for them. But at the same time, it just sounds like they're just singing other bands' music at this point. We get a single from Darko US titled Blood Host. It's been a while since I've talked about this band, and from what I've heard, it sounds like Baby J's been getting a lot more technical with his guitar playing, and his drum work is fantastic, as it's always been. I'm very much looking forward to this, especially since the band, or I guess the artist Buried Alive, has just started writing more kind of just poppy rap songs. This has kind of been my go-to for like homemade deathcore at this point, where he kind of does whatever he wants. He kind of employs different vocalists. He has Tom Barber, but he's used Ben Durr in the past, and he's just so creative in terms of his songwriting, kind of fearless in terms of just doing whatever he wants to do, and I absolutely love it. We also get a new single from Tiny Moving Parts titled Waterbed Part 2, which, yes, it is Part 2 from the other song titled Waterbed. The last single was pretty emotional. It was a little hard for me to get into, admittedly, but I don't know. It got me plenty excited to hear what else they're going to be writing, especially when all my friends are texting me this song. This might be my most listened to piece of music throughout the weekend. Because of that, I'm very much looking forward to it. Everybody around me is giving it so much hype. And their last single, even though I said I didn't really enjoy it, I have been listening to it quite a bit. It's just very easy listening, but it still has some complexity to it, to where if you actually listen to what's going on, there's a lot to really take in there. We also get a new single from the Hallo Effect titled March of the Undead. I'm very much excited for this as well. I've been in a mood for more melodic death metal stuff lately, and considering this is kind of a super group made up of past In Flames members, I feel like this is definitely going to satisfy that craving. It's going to be everything you could pretty much want from it. We also get a new single from Venues titled Praying Mantis. For those of you who don't know, this is kind of like a spirit box sort of band in terms of having like distorted vocals and a female vocalist, and they're metalcore, I guess. But to me, I find myself liking them a little bit more because they're not quite as modern sounding. They have a little bit more of like an underground sound to them, if that makes sense. And I find myself enjoying their songs a lot more often. Just overall, I can listen to an entire album all the way through and enjoy myself. For Spirit Box, to me, it kind of has more of like a couple songs here and there off of their albums that I'll go back to, where Venues is just a banger all the way through. And that is it for New Music Friday, or I guess Saturday at this point. So yeah, if I missed anything that you're looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, so me and everybody else could discover some new music. Also, again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It does a lot with YouTube's algorithm. It's a very simple thing to do. And if you want to support me further than that, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. And I just want to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to just listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I'll talk to you guys next time.